What's up, YouTube? This is DBZ439 coming at you with another deck profile, and this time it's Tenpai Dragon. With the release of the new ban list on Monday, I took this deck to my locals and I got first place at a box tournament. There was 4 rounds of Swiss and 2 rounds of Top Cut. In Swiss, round 1 I played Bystial Spright. Round 2, I played Invoked Blue Eyes. Round 3, I played Buster Blader Blue Eyes. Round 4, I played Mitsurugi Ryzeal, which I feel will be the more popular build of Ryzeal now that, everything got semi-limited. And then in Top Cut, I played the Mitsurugi Ryzeal guy again. And then the final round of Top Cut, which is round 6, I played the Buster Blader Blue Eyes opponent, which I also played in round 3. This deck performed really well. I really enjoyed it. I only dropped one game against my Invoked Blue Eyes player in round 2, but other than that, I won all my matches. And with that said, let's dive into the deck profile, starting with the main deck. So, first of all, you have to play the 3 Paidra. I mean, this is the main starter of the deck, and you have to see it. It gets you into your power cards in Sangen Summoning and Kaimen. So, you have to max out on this, and this is pretty standard. And this deck is really budget, so I really hope people pick this up. And it's Glass Cannon with all the hits, but it's still a really fun deck. Then I'm on 2 Genroku. I like this ratio. You don't want to see too many because you don't want to normal it. But if you need a starter, you need a starter. I'm playing 2 Fadra. I think a lot of people don't like 2 Fadra. I like 2 Fadra because you'll see in my side, I like to go first. So going first, you want to see Fadra to go into Heretic Seal, and then on the crackback you can use the second Fadra for the OTK. And then the one Chundra, obviously limited, and I got in super with the new OTS 27, so that's really nice. But this is, you could argue, the heart and soul of the deck because it's your tuner, it summons from deck, quick sync level 4. You need to see it. And this also, because it's at 1, you can't play Shifter anymore. Not that Shifter is a thing anymore because Shifter is also at 1. But when Shifter was at 3, you couldn't play it in this deck because you lose access to your one Chundra. Last of the Tenpai cards, I guess you could say, or Tenpai monsters in the main is Dora Dora. Again, it's just another normal summon. Um, it's really good. I mean, it's just another starter. I mean, I could play another Genroku, but you just want to see like a different variety. So, yeah, that's why I play the one Dora Dora. Okay, so that's it for the Tenpai. Let's get onto the non-engine. So, I'm big on 3 Nibiru. I think Nibiru is good, not by itself, but because you play so much non-engine, you want to pair it with another hand trap. So, it's really strong this format as long as you can play like, I don't know, like 15, 18 hand traps. Next up, unfortunately, this card is mandatory in this deck because it is a blind second deck. But the good news is we get Quarter Century Stampede today, actually, on April 10th. So this card hopefully will be a lot more budget, but it's absolutely mandatory in the deck. You don't need Perulia, but this one is kind of because you're blind second, it's always live, and then going first in the side, you can always sub it out. But I anticipate this card going down in value with the reprints, and I hope more people pick it up to play Tenpai, but it's just also a good generic staple to have. And the other non-engine, you have Triple Ash, Ash's Ash, and obviously it's also good going first because it's like a pseudo Call by the Grave against Flawless. And then Triple Veiler. Again, these aren't high impact hand traps, but because you play so many, you just want to see a nice blend of them. And then you can basically stifle your opponent and then go for the OTK. And then I also have some spice in the spells and traps on why you want to play max out on these hand traps. Also going on to hand traps, we still play the triple Droll. I know it conflicts with Mulcharmy, but like you have to do like a read. Like if you need the draws, you go Mulcharmy, or if your hand is already gas, you can just drop the Droll. It's definitely like you have to know the matchup and then understand which card is better. But yeah, it just depends. Last of the monsters, we have 1 Magnamhut. This is also like a pseudo Tenpai because it searches into your engine. And even if you're not playing like a dark matchup or a dark or light matchup like Fiendsmith, for example, or you don't want to hit any of their malice cards so they can trigger. It's a special. Um, you can also, Magnamhut your own Veiler, for example. So it's always live, and then now you have a starter. Okay, so that's it for the monsters in the main deck. I believe it's 25. It's a clean 40 deck. Onto the spells. A triple droplet. This card is so good in tandem with your other non-engine cards. Like Mulcharmy will get you a bunch of cards in hand if they play into it. And then, like, if you pair it with like Lightning Storm, you can essentially like clear a board. And also the main, another huge application of this card is to dodge Imprint Veiler on your Paidra, for example, or in your normal. So that's really good. And just being able to shut off a detonator is really important. I don't want to say this is spice, but I think this is mandatory with, Kaimen and summoning at one each. You need another extender in the deck, and because you play so much non-engine, you can just bridge into either Genroku or Fadra or Chundra using Small World. So I highly recommend this card, Small World and Tenpai. It is a neg one, but at the end of the day, you're not trying to plus in Tenpai. You're just trying to OTK. If you go into if you go into turns 2, 3, 4, like, you might as well just go on to the next game. But Small World is so vital because you want to bridge again into your Genroku or Chundra. Um, if you guys want to know the lines, let me know down in the comments and I can kind of walk you through that. But Small World is a very good extender, especially when your first normal gets stopped. Um, Other two of Lightning Storm, again, because it's at 2, and the one Duster for breaking back row. Again, this is a blind second deck. And then for your extenders, you got one Pot, one Terraforming to search the one Summoning, and then finally the one Kaimen. So yeah, again, this is the reason why the deck is not as good as anymore, because all the extenders got axed by the ban list, but it's still like you have to play it, and it just gives you more space for non-engine. So ideally, your opponent is not going to end on that many interruptions, so it's good. I also like this deck into the Blue Eyes matchup. Blue Eyes will see a lot of popularity. You'll see it that deck in locals and even regionals. But yeah, I really like the Blue Eyes matchup in this deck. I mean, you you hand trap them and then you like break their board and then you just OTK. So it's really nice. Okay, that's it for the spells. That's 12, and then onto the traps again. Just more non-engine stuff. You have triple imperm. Again, I feel it's just super mandatory in this format. Now that talents is at 1, I mean this doesn't play into talents, but um, yeah, that's primarily why it's really good. And then drawing it off the top to stop a detonator is really nice as well. Okay, that's 3 traps. Again, clean 40. Let's go on to the side deck. So my side deck is pretty spicy. Uh, so I play 3 Lancia, obviously, in the Malice matchup, but the rest of my cards in the side, they're all allocated to go first. So I play 1 Quackmire Drago. So it's a good card. You summon off of seals, and against some matchups, they can't really win. I like it against Malice in particular, especially if they burn their normal summon, and then you just bounce it with Seal, summon Drago, and then if they don't have like Metal Tronus or some type of interaction to deal with this card, on the crackback you just kill them with Tenpai. I still really like Heatwave. This card is really broken, especially if you go first. It's pretty much an auto win so long as you have the follow up. It's a one card like full combo essentially, so it's really nice. Um, and then I just play a bunch of normal traps, which I tutor with trap tricks. So I have 2 trap tricks, and then 2DG. Again, you want to play this against like Fiendsmith decks, but not against Malice, obviously. Against Mermail, it's also really good. You have double D barrier. This is for Ryzeal. And then this is just generic trap, Torrential Tribute. Um, at the time of recording, I don't have Daruma Cannon. That is getting reprinted with Flawless and Quarter Century Stampede. So I might consider cutting that for Daruma Cannon. But right now, I just had Torrential Tributes, and it's just a really good generic card to like clear board. And because you don't build that big of a board yourself, it's just really nice to like blow the board, and then if you have follow up, just OTK. Okay, so that's it for the side. And again, it's pretty spicy on the side. It's but I like how it works, and it just there's a lot of mind games to it. When you're playing against Tenpai and they ask you to go, and you tell them that you're going first. Onto the extra, we have one Striker Dragon for SP. We have the one Seals for your first turn play. We have the one Doolittle Chimera for playing around Dim Barrier. The one SP Little, again, just another generic monster to help you go first. We have the one Hida, which allows you to go into either SP or into Promethean, which is pretty good in the grind. Again, you don't want to go in the grind, but being able to revive your Tenpai's mid to late game for the OTK is good. Okay, so that's it for the links. On to the synchros. We have one Trident Dragion, of course, for the OTK. The one Transcendent to lock your opponent out of battle phase card is still really good. Double Bident. Bident is still really good. Obviously, it's helps you extend, pop background, go for the OTK. The one Samurai Destroyer. This is still here from Ubel format, but it can just also out like problematic monsters. One Meteorburst to help block out your opponent in battle phase, especially protecting your Kaimen. The one Kuibelt to pop problematic cards. The one Moonlight Rose Dragon to bounce problematic cards, and the one Black Rose Dragon. A lot of this stuff you don't go into as much because you don't have access to that many to Kaimen or to summoning, so you don't have that luxury anymore. But it's just there for utility. You could easily play Ultimate Slayer and just max out on those cards. All right, guys, that is it for the deck profile. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any comments or questions on the deck list, please leave them down in the comments section below, and I'll do my best to respond. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.